What's up everybody, Caesar Madrazo here, and today I'm going to share with you my new favorite solo method for killing Graardor in OSRS. This method will take a little bit of practice, but after you get used to it, I think you'll agree with me that it is the best way to solo Graardor. One of the beauties of this method is that you don't necessarily need to be using max gear in order for it to be effective. The method I'm talking about is the 6 to 0 method. In order to do this method, you're going to need to highlight some tiles. You can only do this in RuneLite, so if you are not using RuneLite, I would recommend that you start using it, just in general, because it's the superior program to use. So you can see the highlighted tiles here. Just ignore the tile that I'm on. That's just from the Real Tile Indicator plugin that I have on RuneLite, which I would also recommend that you download for this. Anyway, you'll see that the upper right, lower right, and lower left corners of the Graardor room have been highlighted. From the lower right, you're going to want to count off 10 tiles, and that's how you get that tile in the lower middle of the room there. And then in the upper left corner, you're going to want to count 3 from the corner. So it should be 4 tiles away from the wall, and that's how you get that tile. And then you're going to count 8 more tiles to get that upper middle tile, and then 7 more should get you to the corner. Now you'll also notice that from the upper right corner, if you count 3 down and 1 to the left, there's another tile highlighted there. I'll explain what that tile is for a little later, but for now, just make sure that you have these tiles highlighted. For the gear, what I use is Carol's top and Carol's chain skirt, Guardian boots, an ACB, Ava's assembler, and I'm using a Slayer helm because I just so happen to have a Graardor task while I'm doing this, Runite bolts, a twisted buckler, and a ring of suffering. In my inventory, I have some sharks, some stamina potions, some prayer potions, a rune pouch with the runes that I need to cast Blood Barrage, a Kodai wand so I can also cast Ice Barrage, and a Bastion potion or a ranged potion sometimes, and of course an emergency teleport. As I said, you don't necessarily need to have equipment this good in order for this method to be effective if you have practiced it enough. So after you make your 40 kills and you make your way to the door, you want to make sure that you have your potions and your prayers turned on. I would recommend that you have Protect from Melee turned on, as well as your best ranged bonus prayer. And then you're going to run in, and since this is your first time, what you're going to do is go to the lower right corner, which you see me doing here. It should be the corner closest to you. You're going to wait for Graardor to get a little bit closer to you so that you can start the proper pattern for this method. Now, since this is the very first cycle, you're going to skip this middle tile, this lower middle tile here, and you're just going to run directly to the other corner, the other lower corner. And when you reach that lower corner, you're going to fire 1 crossbow bolt at Graardor and then immediately start running to the next tile. Now, the reason that you want to have Real Tile Indicator turned on is that when you see your real tile match up to the tiles that are highlighted, that's when you want to fire. And then as soon as the attack registers, you want to immediately start running to the next tile with no delay. This is a tick-perfect method, so you don't want to be just standing there. You just want to stop momentarily, for not even a single tick, fire your bolt, and then start running. There are going to be some times where Graardor is going to get a little bit close to you, and it's going to be kind of scary, but if you're doing it right, then you should be able to attack him and then move to the next tile without having to worry about him hitting you. While you're doing this, take note that you need to pay close attention to your prayer level and your stamina. Even though you're drinking stamina potions, you're going to be running the entire time, so your stamina, your energy is going to go down faster than you might think. One thing that's worth noting here is that when you're running in between the tiles, if you drink a potion, that will not delay your next attack. However, eating food will, so as much as you can, try to only eat food when you're running a longer distance between tiles. I would recommend when you're running from one corner to another corner. When you first practice this, it might seem a little bit frustrating. It certainly was for me, but after you get used to the rhythm of the ticks and you get used to the pattern, it becomes pretty simple. It's already simple in concept, it just takes a little bit of time to get it right. If Graardor does manage to land one good hit on you and you're worried about dying, then go ahead and teleport out. There's no shame in it when you're still learning. You want to take this method nice and slow and to the best of your ability. You don't want to die and lose your stuff. That's never fun. So don't worry about teleporting out. Killing 40 goblins does not take that long. You can just go kill 40 more goblins, go back in and practice some more. If you do die, don't worry about it. Just go loot your gravestone, pay the fee, and try not to let him get you next time. It's better to err on the side of caution, especially when you're working with a method that's this tick perfect. But as I said, just a little bit of practice, probably 1 hour, maybe 2 hours of practice. You'll get used to the rhythm, and you'll be able to do this a lot more effortlessly. Now, when you do kill Graardor, you're going to want to switch to your mage gear, and you're going to want to run in between the mage and the ranger, if they're close to each other, so that you can ice barrage the meleeer and the other two all together. If they're in a 3x3 square, then you can blood barrage all three of them at the same time to get your health back and prepare for the next wave. If the mage and the ranger are not within a 3x3 square of each other, then I would recommend running close to the mage and ice barraging the meleeer and the mage together so that you can kill them and then worry about the ranger, since you're already going to be praying ranged. After you've killed the 3 minions, use whatever time you have left to recuperate, get your health back, go pray at the altar if you can. Make sure that your stamina is still good, and then you're going to run over to that extra tile that's off of the wall. You want to be standing on this tile when Graardor reappears, and as soon as he reappears, you're going to run down to that lower right corner again, and you're going to just do it all again. Remember, skip that lower middle tile the first time that you're running around. That's a very easy thing to miss. But you want to skip that tile because you're going to need to in order to get Graardor in the proper running cycle. So, that's about it, guys. Before the video ends, I'm going to show you some footage of me having a very successful run with the 6-0 method, and another not-so-successful run with the 6-0 method, and how I handled it. Enjoy. Very nice. Now we need to get some stamina up. So I'm actually going to drink 2 doses. Now we're going to eat the fish, turn run energy on, bastion up. We'll drink 1 more stamina just so that I can pick up more stuff once I'm in there. Probably gonna have to go melee first. Very nice. Let's get these 3 nice and close. Hold on. Let me get right here. Come on, that's it. Getting a nice little line for me, yo. Alright. That went pretty well. Alright, if you could die a little bit faster, that'd be great. Oh my god, die! Alright, right as I lost my prayer, I'll take that. Chili potatoes, that's nice. And money. I don't have any extra space for the potatoes. Okay, so stamina potion 4. Wow, I honestly... Okay, well then I'm going to drop the money. I'm going to pick up another one of these prayer potions. I'm going to prayer up. I've got 8 seconds. Stamina up. Alright, get over here, y'all. Nice little line for me. More Snapdragon. Yay. Very nice. Alright, I'll pick up that Snapdragon. Let's turn off prayer. More chili potato. Man. Oh, I made a mistake there. I was supposed to skip. Yep, okay, bailing. Yeah, I made a mistake. I forgot. I'm not supposed to attack on one of those blocks at the very start of each round. But I survived.